I'll break his neck, break his neck. Alright, I'm sure y'all can hear me now. Whoa. Look at that. Alright. I wanted to apologize to everybody. Hopefully y'all can hear me this time. Do you got me? Just want to confirm y'all can hear me. Good. Alright, I'm going to make this short, make this brief, because there's a few people that are live right now. Don't want to step on toes with some breaking news, but it is what it is. Alright. I've been in many talks recently with many members of our community that have joined the Miami Pro Wrestling. As you can see, we are in the Miami Pro Wrestling arena. Our beautiful cabana walls, our beautiful sand floors, our palm trees. And it was going to be what I called a testing ground for new characters. Well, the community has spoken, and I'm going to give the community what they want, starting now. As of this moment, Miami Pro Wrestling will no longer be as we know it. Miami Pro Wrestling will no longer be just a testing facility, if you will, for new characters, new gimmicks, new creations. As of this moment right now, Miami Pro Wrestling will become the, shall we call it, I hate to use the term, but we will, the NXT of the GWA. All the characters that were created for the Miami Pro Wrestling situation will now join effectively the official roster. They will be a part of that roster, and I have taken the time to look over the current roster, and 6 talents are being demoted to Miami Pro Wrestling, effective immediately. Those guys will be Superman Yan, Joker's son, Omega, Jesse James, and the 2 newcomers to the GWA, Evil Eyes and DP. All will be moved down to Miami Pro Wrestling. Will all be joining the current Miami Pro Wrestling roster. Now, if you take a look at the current Miami Pro Wrestling roster, which you can see on the Sports Lounge Studios website, /pro boards, whatever you want to call it, the current roster will be as follows: Connor West, Cool Cat, Daddy Pig, Dirty Sanchez, Falconer, Grand Kabuki, Teddy Jenkins. And joining them is DP, Evil Eyes, Jesse James, Omega, Joker's Son, and Superman Yan. We currently only have 3 tag teams in the Miami Pro Wrestling scene, that being Hit Squad, Brutal Burn, Native Blood. Another tag team will be joining them this week. I'll have more details on that when it comes available. And the women's roster is 5 deep with Jen Pierce, Neverending Legs, Nico Toyota, Sarah Tatsumi, and Summer Breeze. The entire Miami Pro Wrestling roster can be found, as I said, on the SportsLoungeStudios.proboards.com website in the GWA roster section. And since this will be becoming its own identity, I'll probably be creating its own Miami Pro Wrestling links. Also, they will be battling for the women's title in the women's division, possibly a tag team title, since we only have 3 tag teams, maybe a 4th, not going to happen. And the champion of Miami Pro Wrestling will be known as the Florida State Heavyweight Champion. I have purchased the rights to the old NWA Florida State title. We'll be using that title to crown our champion. And we're going to start taking off now because of Miami Pro Wrestling inserting itself as a mainstay, if you will, I will be removing one of the 3 weekly shows from the GWA. I'm not sure which night or which show. Whichever one it is. Miami Pro Wrestling will be taking over that night, and I'll be doing Miami Pro Wrestling events. And how do you get promoted? We'll see. How do you get demoted? It's pretty obvious. So at any point, at any time, somebody could be demoted. You can guarantee we will be seeing matches in the GWA where loser goes to Miami Pro. That will happen. There will be matches in Miami Pro where the winner gets promoted to the main roster. So just to recap, Miami Pro Wrestling is no longer a test facility for new characters. It's now going to be the NXT of the GWA. The current roster there will be in place. And we've demoted, as I said, DP, Evil Eyes, Jesse James, Omega, Joker Sun, and Superman Yan to the Miami Pro Wrestling roster. So, if you guys have any thoughts, questions, whatever, please let me know now, and I will address what I can. Hell, you guys might not even have any questions. You might already know what's going on and have it figured out straight from Jump Street. Okay, I can confirm now. Just had the papers handed to me now. The Nightbreed are being demoted to Miami Pro Wrestling as well. So that sends another tag team down to the Miami Pro Wrestling roster. And I will take the time here to show you guys what I was working with. Hopefully it came out okay. And I was actually considering renaming Miami Pro Wrestling all last night. But I figured, you know what? This company's already established itself. You guys like it. Why would I want to do that? I will show you guys the title belt. So here's one of them. Not sure which one I like better. The Florida Heavyweight Champion. You can see the Miami side plates. Well, my Florida side plates. They're there. So nothing too fancy. And then the other option. What's going on, Faith? Like I said, I have to look into the game, see which one's better. I don't like how that's looking at all. It looks too blurry for me. I tried to get the belt uploaded into the game. It just sucks. So, I'm probably going with the other one for sure. But it's there. Since I'm here, so that you guys see the title I made for Mr. EVW and Tyler Black. Why not? This was his Skull of the Gold title I made him. I did an upload, used some of the material, did some tweaking, and there you go. Figured, why not? So, like I said, Miami Pro Wrestling becoming an official NXT of the GWA. There will be breaking news on that one for sure, Thomas Malganovich. Major breaking news on that. I can guarantee you right now, the attacks will not happen again. That's not taking place. The attacks are over. The attacks are done. And I will touch on that on the next show that I have. I know Ed's got Friday Fusion today. I know him and I are both talking about doing some Legends Pro Wrestling stuff. So tomorrow, I'm planning on doing some GWA action. During that show, I will address the attacks that have been taking place, how we're addressing those issues, how we're going to take care of those issues. And I just want everybody to know. Yeah, so any of you guys that are currently in GWA that maybe want a new character, sure can, Daniel. You want a character in Miami Pro, let me know. We do have some space available. It's limited. But from now on, when someone joins the GWA, they're going to Miami Pro Wrestling first, where they will establish themselves. And like I said, there will be no exact criteria on how someone gets demoted or promoted. It'll just be based on circumstance. It can be different from each individual. But it's going to make things really, really interesting. Now, Miami Pro Wrestling, of course, will not have pay-per-view events. Miami Pro Wrestling talents, of course, will not be a part of pay-per-views. They will be part of their own identity. We won't be doing no takeover style stuff that you see in NXT. So yeah. Sounds good, Feck. Sounds good. You'll just have to let me hit the hashtags and stuff. You know how to reach me. So, if nobody has any questions, no comments, I'll wrap this puppy up. But that is your breaking news, and like I said, since Thomas Smolganovich asked me about it, there will be more breaking news regarding the attacks taking place in the GWA on upper echelon members, on Phoenix Foundation members. A lot of money has just been spent by the GWA to prevent this, and like I said, we will address that probably tomorrow. We'll wait for Daniel to post his news here in the chat, and then we'll give this a wrap-up. And we'll be doing a tournament for sure to crown the first ever MPW Florida State Champion real soon. And there's a strong chance Miami Pro will take over Sunday Sabotage, just for the simple fact that Sunday, going to the beach, doing your own show. Okay, let me reread that. It scrolled on me. I'm doing my own shows on Mixer. When I do, be taking requests to join. Just reach Tyler Black or Fact to make your wrestler so I can add you. There you go. Dino putting in work. Whatever works, Silver Eye, whatever works. You guys just got to reach out to me. I know some people are going to be throwing me talent here and there just for the sake of trying to help build the company. And I probably won't be using everybody that I get, but I hope to use most of them. So, but yeah, I'm thinking, like I said, most people go to the beach on the weekends. So I'm thinking Sunday Sabotage will be replaced with Miami Pro Wrestling. And that'll be that. Well, he's already established himself in UCW, Thomas. I don't know if you want to demote him all the way to a quote-unquote training facility, a farm system, whatever you want to call it. I really don't want to call it that because it's unfair to the talents to be told they're not as talented as the others, but yeah. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will let you guys get back to what you were doing. I'm going back to watching me some Malice Intent Wrestling over on Anarchy Gaming's channel. Hope to see you all over there. I'm out of here. Y'all take care, be safe, and there will be some kind of action today from our channel. Whether it be me, whether it be Ed, it will be going down. So y'all take care. Love y'all. Peace, love, and Swiss cheese, as Jean would say. I'm out.